Hi, Karen Curry Parker here with your weekly Human Design Evolution Report. This is the week we've all been waiting for, the week when all of the drag and the pull of all the energies that have been kind of giving us this deep introspective cycle begin to be kind of parted, and we enter into a cycle of being able to finally put that inner energy, that fire that we've been playing with, into action. And we move this week into the energy of the gate 49 in the sun, which is the energy of revolution, with the 4 in the earth, which is the energy of answers. So if you've been doing your homework, if you've been clearing your plate, if you've been getting rid of everything that's not working for you, if you've been consciously and with great deliberation and intent aligning with your purpose and your mission and holding a vision of what's possible for you and all the possibilities of what you want to create, this is the week when it's going to get started. We work this week with revolution, which is the energy of really taking the actions necessary to bring your life in alignment with your values, to bring your relationship in alignment with values, to really make sure that everything you're doing is lining up with what you're wanting. So very, very powerful energy for taking action. Moving into next week with a whole lot more fire, a whole lot more commitment, a whole lot more juice for taking action and spreading your message or spreading your intent to the world. So we're in a nice, delicious, active cycle. Of course, you know, as with any human energy, there's some interesting dilemmas to be conscious of and to pay attention to. The energy for revolution is emotional energy. So anything that's emotional in the chart is all about waiting to make sure you take action when the energy and the vibrations and the emotional vibe is right. Emotional energy can, as I'm sure you can guess, be reactive. It can be emotional. It can be intense. It can cut off its nose to spite its face if you're not careful. The revolution energy is very much an energy that draws a line in the sand. When we play with this energy, we say, not doing it. And we say no to things. And the things that we say no to, it's very difficult once we say that no to ever go back and rebuild any kind of a bridge from it. So always be careful when we play with this energy, particularly in our relationships. Be mindful of not drawing a line in the sand that you don't really mean. Be careful of being emotionally reactive with shutting the door in the face of opportunity and not being able to get the door back open again. Be deliberate, be conscious. Create very deliberate revolutions in your life. Find revolutionary answers that are in alignment with what you want. Don't be emotional with it. We've seen some really interesting revolutionary energy already at play this week. It's certainly been playing with this all week. You know, be really careful when this energy transits to hear the message, to see the values, and to not be reactive, because the reactive place here can be difficult. It can end opportunities permanently. It can end relationships permanently. So definitely a good energy to harness and leverage correctly, and to be very mindful that before you take any huge stands, at least check in with your heart and make sure that whatever you're saying no to, whatever line you're drawing, is a line that's really in alignment with what you want. The other side of that is, and here's the other part of it to be mindful of, when revolution plays, sometimes what happens thematically is we fail to make the revolution we need. We rationalize, or we justify, or we continue to put up with something that we don't want. So you're really being called this week to put the pedal to the metal in terms of aligning your life correctly with what's really truth for you. So do it. Set the boundaries, set the limits for what's correct for you, and take that action this week. Draw that line in the sand. Give yourself some new revolutionary answers so you can start creating a revolution in your life. The rest of the energies of the week, the outer planets, are still holding steady, teaching us, most importantly, take care of your mindset. Watch what you're thinking. Be mindful of where your mind is going. We have a lot of consciousness energy playing this week. Stay in the wonder and the joy of life. Don't let the heaviness of a mindset get you down deep in and get you lost and quagmired and asking why over and over again, because that certainly can come up this week. The other thing this week is we're working a lot with the energy of limitation, which is kind of a fun energy. The energy of limitation is not about being limited. It's about making sure that you're making the best of what you have. So as you're creating a revolution and you're looking at brand new beginnings and brand new starts, make sure you're not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Make sure that you're working within the confines of what is truth and reality for yourself. Don't be fantastical, be realistic, be practical, be grounded in the revolutions that you create for yourself. And have a really awesome week. Next week, we set things on fire and we keep going with this momentum. So do your homework this week. Get ready because we're going to continue with that momentum for another couple of weeks.